I had to reorganize my entire eBay store. Let's talk about that in a second as I pull some orders, and you're going to see that the store does look very different. It actually looks a lot better. Let me turn on the light here. As you can see, look at how much more clean this is. Now, this was kind of not really by choice though. So one day, last week, my wife walked into this room as I was on my computer in the other room, and she's like, "What the heck happened in here?" And it's like, "Wait, what do you mean? I haven't even been inside here today." So what happened was I followed her in when she said that. This entire case fell over, knocked over this whole rack of clothing, and it was all over the floor. And then this cabinet actually it didn't fall over. However, it was kind of bent at the bottom there. It looked like it was going to fall over. So what we did was we basically took this opportunity to, basically redo our entire eBay store. Now there's a few boxes that might have a few other things mixed in. I'm hoping that we can figure that out as we go along in the next few weeks, because that would have took too long. It already took over 3 hours to organize our entire store after that. So it wasn't really what I wanted to do that day, not really what I wanted to spend my time doing. But unfortunately, sometimes when disasters like that happen, you have to do that and you have to organize your store. It was kind of like a sign from God that we're like, yo, we have to organize this entire store. Your system does not work right now. As you can see, we really did a good organizational look on all these games here. They were kind of all hidden. Now I can actually see the titles here clear and not have to flip them over and they all fall over. So really, really cool. And obviously we actually got rid of the top parts because that was actually making it a little too top heavy. So we got rid of the top rows there. So that one is -1 row, same as this one right here. So let me know if you think this store looks a lot better. I think it's a little cleaner, and I think it actually looks like we have more space now to add to our inventory, which is one of the things I was worried about. I won't lie, especially because it's yard sale season, and usually that means we're going to get more inventory than we would typically get during like the fall and summer season. With that being said, let's pick some orders. We have some video games here. Driver 2 sold, I think, for $17. It's PS1. Driver 2, there it is. So this sold for $17, and I'm going to get this ready to ship out today. Next is just a case, a PlayStation 3 case for Dark Souls. Now, this has like the steel book and the manual and everything else. Unfortunately, not the game, but this steelbook on its own is actually fairly valuable, and this sold for $13.50. We had actually had it listed for like $20, but it was in our store for at least 3 or 4 months. And usually when it gets to that point, I say, you know what, time to get rid of it, time to move on. So we're gonna get this ready to ship out today. And that was it for games. It was actually a fairly slow weekend for games, but we did sell one more media item, and it was actually a Criterion Collection film that I got recently at the Goodwill bins, and it's called 400 Blows, and it's right here. This is gonna be where our like miscellaneous media stuff is, with our box toys and our plushies on this shelf. We have a massive bag filled with Jellycat plushies. This is just for the non-Jellycat stuff. And then this stuff is just kind of like some stuff that's not really in our store, some stuff that's in our store. It's kind of a little bit of a storage space. There's a few items here in our eBay store, but that's kind of how we organize it right now. As you can see, there's the Jellycat bag that I was talking about. But it's interesting. It's going to take some time to get used to, but I do think in the long run, this is a lot better solution and practice for us moving forward. And with that being said, this did sell for $14. I'm going to get this ready to ship out as well today. Now for the true test, we have some toys that sold, and they're going to be in these cases. Hopefully nothing got mixed in here. So we're looking for a Human Torch in K. So is there a Human? Yeah, there it is right at the top. Perfect. Human Torch. This sold for $12.50. A nice Marvel Universe figure. I'm going to get this ready to ship out as well today. Now we have an Agumon figure, a Digimon figure, and it's in A. So where is A? I think A might be here. I think I can flip this around. Is that A? No, that's G. Okay, so where is A? Kind of getting used to this now. There it is, A. So it's Agumon, and I think I see him at the back. Yep, there he is. So this guy, I think he sold for around $14 on eBay, or is it $16? Not bad though. I think we had it listed for around $20. So it's really cool. It actually has a battery, and it does sounds and everything, but I took out the battery. I did test it though to make sure it did work, so it does work. So not bad. We're going to get this ready to ship out as well today. Another toy in I. It's an 80s toy. It was a DC Superpowers 1984 Superman, and it also comes with its cape. And when they come with their cape, they're worth way more than the just regular figure. In fact, I think the cape on its own is worth more than the figure, which is wild, but that's because they are way more rare. So it's an I, which is the smaller bin right here, and I already see it. So this sold for $45. We actually had it listed for about $57, I think. But not bad, very clean condition, very old figure, and it's in very, very good condition. And we're gonna get this ready to ship out today. And our last toy we sold was another vintage toy. It's a Bucky O'Hare figure. It's a Toad figure, and I believe that is in A, SKU A. So I think we just looked at A as well, and that is the one at the top right here. So 80s figure, where are you? It shouldn't be too hard to find because it's fairly new. So I think A might have been one of the crates that kind of fell all over the floor. So this one actually could be mixed, but I think I found it here. Did I? No, I didn't.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Okay, so I knew stuff like this was going to happen, especially after a lot of this stuff spilled onto the floor, but we finally did find it, and it was not an A, it was an E, which is actually interesting because there is one figure in A that's also in E, and it's an old, it's from the movie, oh, what is it called again? Tiny Soldiers, Small Soldiers. So this guy, we have two of them that we actually got over the past, I guess, 6 months or so. We have one in there, and there's one in there. So that really did confuse me when I did see this. But there it is. Finally found it. I think this sold for, was it $14 or $16? Not horrible, but we're gonna get this ready as well to ship out today. Holy crap, believe it or not, we sold some stuff on Poshmark. I am starting to revamp my Poshmark store. I don't want to give up because I also want to like use some of the credit that I get on Poshmark to buy like other cool vintage shirts, because I'm getting a little more into vintage shirts, and I'm going to try to subsidize that hobby through Poshmark. Hopefully, we did sell one vintage Quicksilver shirt that I actually picked up fairly recently at the Goodwill bins, and this is it right here. As I grab this, this is actually pretty cool. Nice single stitch, distressed as well. Not my cup of tea personally, but there is a lot of vintage t-shirt hunters out there, and this actually sold for $15 on Poshmark. I'm going to get this ready to ship out as well today. And then we sold a vintage Italy practice jersey. We had it listed for like $30, but it's been in the store for a year, and we got an offer for $10. I countered with 15. They countered with 11. I'm like, I'm not doing this game. This has been in the store long enough. I just want to move it. So $11, not the greatest sale, but we're going to get this ready to ship out today. And I believe it should be here. Yes, that's it right there. So, you know, it's the Euros right now. I don't know if the Euros is going to be still on when you see this, actually, because it's going to be at least 2 weeks delayed, but it might still be on. But yeah, definitely something you want to grab during the Euro season. So pretty cool. Nice soccer fan, obviously. And we're going to get this ready to ship out today. So that is it. Not the biggest weekend for sales, but it was a busy weekend for me having to reorganize my store. Me and my wife, she actually did most of the organizing, so awesome. She's great with that, way better than I am. I'm too ADHD when it comes to this stuff. Like, I was overwhelmed when I saw everything on the ground. I was like, oh boy, this is gonna be a nightmare. Thankfully, we got through it though, so cheers to that. Anyways, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.